All right, look. So I was listening to music on the drive home one day. Song came home. And as my usual, I usually play older shit. Stuff from when I was a kid. Not I say kid, but when I was a teenager, 20s and such. Playing a song by Dina Howard. Now, if you don't know who Dina Howard is, I'm sorry. It's from a certain time. Go do the knowledge on it. I don't know what to tell you. So the song comes on, and it's the song is Tshirt and Panties. If you want to look it up, that's what the song is. And first of all, let's stop right there. Let's give Adina Howard her flowers for making a song about females and herself being in T-shirt and panties. Like the foresight to know that is one of the most sexiest ensembles that a female can wear. Right there, T-shirt and panties. That's one of the sexiest things a female can have on at any given time. It could be just me, but females in T-shirt and panties, you got me. You got me. That's it. I want that to be the outfit that's worn around the house. Like, if you ain't gonna be naked and fine, cool. I understand. It's chilly. You ain't gotta be naked. It's chilly. I understand. But T-shirt and panties, though? Oh, come on now. She knew what it was. She knew what it was. Even to the point where she made a song about it. So, but either way, the point of what I'm saying is, like, why did it seem like back then, a lot of these songs started with a phone call. Either the man's calling the woman, the female calling the man, and you hear a little snippet of that right before people start singing. Why did it always seem like the man was just ready to talk to that woman? Like he saw her name. As I said, I was going to say he saw her name pop up. Back then, it wasn't no call ID. But as soon as he heard her voice, he just got taken over with by the need to talk to this woman. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, ring, ring. He picks up, and it's the voice. He never talking like regular talk. He's like, hello. And she, hey, because, oh, shit, girl. What you doing? I was just thinking about you. The voice is all deep. He talking all sultry. Giving all that business to her, right? And think of this, when you're talking like that, I believe you. I believe that you was just thinking about her. And she's like, oh, gosh, what you thinking about? And people are singing, whatever. But every time there's a snippet of a phone call and a song from the 90s, early 2000s, okay? That's why they sounded. Their voice is sultry and deep, and they're speaking with intention, Why don't we got that no more? I feel like we don't have that no more. I'm wondering, it's because I feel like it's because everything is done online now. Everybody's just meeting people online. No one's talking to you face to face. Like, I'm not a big phone guy. No, I'm not going to, be having conversations on the phone for very long. I'll make exceptions for certain folk or females. But I'm saying is, like, these days, everyone's be texting. So I'm cool. We can text. Let's do some texting. But I like sending the voicemail. I want you to hear, like, the same way in those songs. I want you to hear that inflection in my voice. I want you to hear what I'm saying. I want you to feel it. And the whole thing of people be texting, men be texting women with the WYD, like, what you doing? What you doing? Stop. Let me tell you what. I feel like maybe in that song, he might have asked her, and that's how they got into the song. He said, "So what you wearing?" You know, he hit her with one of those. And the thing is, you might think that sounds corny. That wasn't a corny thing back then. Hey, that was me and my best friend's bread and butter. Asking a female what they wearing. Don't think we didn't do it. I ain't ashamed. I am not ashamed to say that back then I was asking females what you wearing. It opens the doors to so many things, you know? See, I'm putting you on to something right now. It probably don't work these days. I don't know how it is these days. I'm just saying, you know, you hit them with that. It's one or two things. There's only a couple things going to happen. All right. First of all, they know I'm jokey. I'm funny. They gonna think I'm playing with them. You know, they kicking it up and shit with me. All right, we cool. We done broke the ice now. All right. Or with they with that freak shit. They with the shits and they answer. And they either gonna lie about it with the answer, or they gonna tell the truth. They either gonna lie and say, "Oh, I'm just sitting here, whatever, pajamas," or they gonna say, "Oh, I ain't wearing nothing." Now, if a female told me she wasn't wearing nothing, I knew there was a 99% chance she's just fucking lying to me. But what that does tell me that she's with the shits, and I can continue on this conversation in the manner that I want to. Anyways, I was just thinking about how we don't get that sultry voiced man talking no more on the R&B songs. And maybe I could be wrong. I don't know. I don't listen as much to the newer stuff. I just feel like, you know, there's a lot of sensuality in the way they talked on the phone and sexual stuff. You know, it don't seem like it's like that no more. It don't seem like it's like that no more. Anyway. This is the JC Weakley Podcast, and we are on episode number 6. You can catch me everywhere, social media places like that are popular: TikTok, JC Weakley Talks, Instagram, JC_Weakley, and I'm also I moved the pen a little bit. I write, so you know if you want to see some written stuff, I have a Substack, JC Weakley. So feel free. I'll be honest with you. There's a bunch of bullshit going on in the world today. And I don't feel like discussing none of it. It's too much. I don't feel like discussing none of it. My opinion would just be a regurgitation of many folks' opinion that you've already seen online. So I'm not even going to waste time getting into it. But staying in the same vein as how I started with the whole Adina Howard thing. Why is it when you get a certain age, like one of your most favorite things to do is to reminisce? I'm going to tell you what. That's probably when I get with somebody that I either went to school with or some of my best friend who I obviously went to school with, we're going to bring up some old shit. We're going to bring up some old shit. We're going to talk about it. We're going to laugh and have a good time. And like, hey, I wish I could go back. And before I turned the camera on, I was thinking about this. This wasn't even going to be a fucking topic. I didn't have a topic. This thought just came to mind. Like, depending on who you are, but the way we look at our times as high schoolers and 20-some-year-olds, we look at that shit with rose-tinted glasses when we get older. Because it might not have been good, but it sure as hell seems a lot better than what's going on right now. Because just the fact of getting older is enough sometimes for people. But when I think about my own self, I'm like, yeah, I had some good times. And I have moments from back then that I enjoy reminiscing about and talking about, just, somebody was there with me and just, having a fun conversation about it. But that shit wasn't perfect. I can't say it was I still feel like, I have just as many regrets or wish I had better times and then the age range to be looking at it so fondly. I've it's like you just forget about all the stuff that didn't go so well, or the opportunities you missed, didn't take advantage of at that time. And as you get older, you get to understand you can't waste opportunities. I think that was the problem, like at that time when I was, into high school or after high school. Everything feels like it's in the world, where you like somebody, another, you're scared to talk to them, so on and so forth, whatever. You have a missed opportunity happen. Feels like the end of the world. Because you're immature, you don't know no better. But on the flip side, once you get to my age now, with the same things may happen, it seems like it's like has a little more weight to it. Not quite in the world, but a little more weight to it in the same way, for different reasons. And it's more because you don't might not have as much time left now. I'm not saying I'm 90 years old. I'm just saying I understand that I don't have as much time to waste with fear. Back then, as a teenager, fear is the way it goes. And it felt like a big deal. But then the moment passed and you just went on. It's like, hey, you moved on to the next thing. As it's kind of how life is as a young person. You got a lot of time left. And it's my age now, you got a lot of time left. I can't waste it being fearful or, what may or may not happen. But the thing is, the other part of it is, can I trust myself? I've lived a lot of life between then and now. I had a lot of experiences, a lot of mistakes. Grown into who I am, but is who I am who I should be? Like, a lot of fucking questions come along with. I think this might be like now might be harder generally than when I was young. And you've had love and you've lost love, and then you try to put the piece together within yourself on moving on. Would you have moved on? I've moved on. But coming out on the other side, and you're trying to do it again. You're trying to, maybe you're interested in somebody, and you're trying to do it again. But you don't trust how you're feeling because you don't know if it's you, if you don't know if it's what you want. And being the case, I think that's why we look back when we were younger more fondly, because it was simpler. Like, it wasn't so complicated. We just sat. We're now. As older adults, we're sitting down. Having these back and forth with ourselves. Is this who I am? Is what am I? Have I changed? Have I not changed? Like, am I doing the right thing? So on and so forth. Like, you're having all these thoughts. Like, we didn't have these fucking thoughts when we were 20. Definitely didn't have these thoughts when we were 20. And so reminiscing, takes you back to a time when things were simpler. It was just so much simpler. And being out in the world was simple. And by comparison. So, it's nice to reminisce, though. It is very nice. And I always say, I wish I could go back, but maybe I don't. Probably would, but maybe not. Who knows? I feel I feel, honestly, I just, like, now I'm looking at this, like, me talking on this mic is, y'all getting my open diary, basically. I ain't saying everything, but y'all getting my open diary. Is it my feelings about some things. Especially if there's some bullshit going on in the world that I don't even want to talk about. It's so funny, back when you're younger, your fear in talking to a female was that you get turned down. Like, that was the fear. You just get a no. Like, that was part of the fear, more or less. And it's such a small thing. Like, just get a no. Like, depending on who you are, some people wouldn't like that. Now, being my age, it ain't about getting a no. I know it's fine. I can take a no. It's more about the reasoning behind talking to someone or expressing how you feel to them or whatever the case may be, and how that affects everyone involved in the long run. Like, do you have your own shit going on you don't want to expose them to, so on and so forth? Would this even be a good thing? Like, you're thinking like fucking a year ahead, 6 months ahead, you're not as nimble as you are when you're young, because you have nothing going on in life. You're just out there having a good time. Your life hasn't even started yet, and so you don't think about all these other bullshit on the edges that affects you and this other person you may or might not be talking to or whatever. Like, but now you just, your life is full of bullshit. That's for all of us, I believe. I think longer you're alive, more bullshit gets added on to you. And so now you just have all these thoughts. Do I even want to be with somebody in the first place? Like, one of the things I've written here recently is about that. Like, 4 years ago, when first, separated after, long-term marriage, like, that was my thing. Like, I don't want to be with anybody. Like, I'm good. I wasn't, I didn't feel like I did my best, in that situation. So, with no need to do that again, and this is not and fail again. Like, I'm good. Now all this time has passed, but I'm lonesome, which I'm fine. I'm fine being alone. And you start thinking about, maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm not, or maybe I'm wrong, or maybe I'm not. But I have all this other shit going on in my life and my background that's going to affect things. Do I want to pull someone into that bullshit? Is it the right thing to do? Like, the yes or the no doesn't even fucking matter. It's not even part of it. Like if this person would say, like if you approach someone and they say yes or no, that doesn't even factor in. Like you're still trying to get past, okay, is it, if I have the opportunity to approach someone, do I want to? Life is complicated. Life is complicated now. At least on my part is, and I feel like probably on a lot of other people's parts as well. Life's complicated. And looking back helps us uncomplicate things sometimes, for at least a moment, for a conversation. We can laugh. Like, hey, you remember this? Let me tell you this story. Blah, 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 you know. And I don't know. I don't know what's worse. Me being a shy teenager or being a not shy adult, but fully aware of all the things that can go wrong because you've seen it already. This is so sad. I feel like this is so sad because I'm getting so deep into thought into like so, but I hope this, you know, I feel like other people experience the same type of thing. I feel like a lot of people experience it. At least I hope so. Because I'm just talking right now. I'm just talking. I'm taking my inner dialogue with myself and just saying it out loud into the mic at the moment. I don't know. I wish I had someone to bounce this off of. You know, I think in the future I'm gonna have to start like find someone who will do this with me to bounce these types of things off of. Because right now I'm just recording my inner monologues and shit. But yeah. I'll tell you what, right now we're in the middle of a snowstorm like everyone else in half the country. And it is chilly. I am chilly down here. And the heat is turned up. I don't know what everyone else keeps their heat on, but it is chilly. You see me, I done threw the hoodie on. I don't never wear a hoodie in the house. I had to throw it on. Got socks on too, and I don't wear socks in the house. It's not got too chilly out there. These moments of silence is crazy. Because I started thinking. Not good for a podcast though, right? All right. I need someone to tell me their opinions, like in the comment section or something. I'll be honest with you, I have not shared this podcast out wide yet. I think it's because I do really maybe share a lot of myself. It's basically gone to like close friends, people I trust. That's about it. I think other people have been listening though, but you know, generally I haven't really put it out wide yet. But I think it's time. I think we got to get it out there. I need some feedback. I need to hear what people's thoughts are on this. Yeah, and just go from there. But once again, this is JC Weakley Podcast, and this has been episode 6. Hopefully next time it won't just me cracking open the mental diary, and just spewing a bunch of information like you don't even know me. But yeah, until next time, peace.